Hello, everyone. Hi, Jay. How's it going? Uh, yes, we're live. How's the signal? Is everything okay? Can everyone hear me? And then we're good to go. So there's a few bits to discuss, and there's actually some information because we've spent so long with like not a lot to talk about, apart from Agora, and now all fine, good. Let's crack on. So there's a lot to talk about. Hachette are like buses. Nothing comes along, and then two come at once. I do know that there is a build coming out from them. I mentioned it to patrons, so patrons know what it is, but I'm not going to say anything. I think most people know what it is. It's coming out. They're still going to be testing the Skin Hutch Gran Torino, as far as I'm aware. Obviously, now the Eddie Stobart truck has gone live. Now, I said that the correspondence that I was getting back from Hachette said it wasn't coming out. But I did say every time they said that, I did think it wasn't. It was going to come out. There's been a few times when they've told me that stuff isn't coming out, and then it comes out, and then there's other times saying it's going to be coming out, and it comes out. So it's real. It's a real hit and miss. And I think they're a bit like most companies where certain people know different information and are fed different information. I don't know why they're so secret and completely fair. I don't know why they're just so secretive about it. And then also I found out through one of the groups, which I didn't even know, because, well, to be fair, I didn't know because it was not one that I had previously thought about. Hi, Mark. How's everything going? I didn't think of previously about, and that was the King Tiger tank. Now, I did see that it was test run in Germany, and I weren't too sure. I thought it may come out of here eventually, but actually it was tested at the same time. Someone took a photo of it. The test area is Manchester, I do believe. Someone took the first, I think it was the third issue that's come out, which was Wednesday just gone. And the fourth one is due out this one. I found the website very, very easily just by typing in Build the King Tiger. And all the information's there, but it actually started testing on the 1st of September. I didn't even know about it. No, and in actual fact, not a lot of people else did either. Tomorrow I am going to my newsagents guy, and I'm going to see if I can order issues 1, 2, 3, and 4 of that, so I can have a little look at that. It's not one that I'd want to do, but it's worth having a little bit of a look, isn't it? Really. The 22nd of September, the Eddie Stobart truck is in newsagents. It actually goes live on the 22nd of September. So even though the website is up and everything like that, and you can subscribe, it doesn't actually go live until then. And I think subscribers, your first issues get sent out on the 28th of September, at which point, obviously, newsagents will be on. Coming up for issue 3. So we'll have that run around again like we did before, like we do with most of them actually from Hachette, is that newsagents tend to be ahead over subscribers. I know subscribers get a little bit funny about that, but like I've said many times, it's not a race. It's a marathon, and it's not a race. Similar with the Terminator, really. But it's just there. Similar with the Terminator, I mean, it started out newsagents were getting first, then the subscribers got very, very far ahead. At one point, I think they were like eight issues ahead, and then at the end, newsagents finished first. It's just the way that Hachette work. I don't know why they do that. But I think it's mainly down to delivery schedules, because you know what it's like. Some people might get it early, and you might get it a couple of days after someone else. But in the newsagents, it comes out across the board at the same time. And I think that's why it tends to work out that. And obviously, they only post out once a month, every 4 weeks. And obviously, in the newsagent, it comes out every week. So I think there's an overlap there, because you got to think I think it's every month, or I think it's every 4 weeks, actually. And some months have 5 weeks. But the way that they post it out means subscribers tend to be behind maybe a month or two near the end. But yeah. Evening, John. I saw not on the M75 on Friday. Don't know where Twiggy was. Yeah. So yeah, I was quite surprised with the Twiggy, actually, because like I said, I know there's one coming out. I have told Patreons. I definitely know that's coming out. I think you can guess what it is. But yes, out of the two that were tested, the Eddie Stobart truck, I think, came off worse than the other one. But yeah, like I said, there is one coming out, but I think you know what it is that's coming out. But yeah, it's definitely coming out. I won't be building the Eddie Stobart truck. It looks good, but I think it's 1 meter 28, isn't it? Which makes it longer than the Bismarck. And I think it's actually taller than the Bismarck as well. The trailer on it, the tender on it, I mean, yeah, the trailer, the end part, it's really big. It's huge. But yeah, I can see. I saw on the Facebook group as well, a lot of people mentioning about mods already. So that's quite good to know. Like renaming it would be one, and stuff like that. Is the Hogwarts Express coming out? Maybe. Yeah. Obviously, patrons already know. So, but yeah. It might be. But yeah, there's a few variations there. A lot of people saying that they could redo the paintwork like they've done with the Routemaster and made different versions. I can see this truck probably not being an Eddie Stobart truck, but maybe being turned into another company's truck, which would be really cool. Even renamed, I've seen that. And stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot coming out at the minute. The King Tiger tank, that's being tested. It does well, obviously, but like I said, not a lot of people knew about this. I know the test area is Manchester. That's all I know. But when I found out about it was when it was posted on Partwork Upgrades, was it? I think that's that Facebook page. When I saw it, I was like, ooh, didn't know about that. I didn't know about it because it's not something that I knew that was going to get tested over here. So I really should have been looking out for it. But anyway, that was a test run. I think the last issue is out this Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm going to see if I can get my newsagent to get the rest of the issues so I can have a look at it for you guys. If I can't, I'll let you know. So that'd be quite cool if I can. But yeah, not a lot of people have seen in Bolton as well. So it's in the test area in the Midlands. But yeah, I've not a lot of people have picked it up. Scarcely Hutch is in my area. So okay, so Mark, have you picked up it's the Gran Torino, isn't it? So they've already started test running that, so that's cool. Yeah, nice. I know I know it was coming out. I didn't know when. Now, obviously, you know. See, this is what's happening now. I'm getting well behind all of this. I used to be right up there with with all the info, and you guys are just blowing out the water. It's fantastic. But yeah, I've not. Yeah, I think you've not seen it in there. Yeah, it's in. All I know it's in the Manchester area. The King Tiger, but like I said, issue 4 is out this Wednesday. Issue 4 is out this Wednesday, and that would be the last. I would imagine that would be the last of the test ones, obviously. And then Starsky and Hutch there is in Mark's area, so Mark can probably pick some up for people if they want to have a look at that. But yeah, that's the Ford Gran Torino. obviously, if they do well, then I'm quite surprised actually that we still haven't had a test run of the Alien build. So maybe we won't get that next year. Well, you never know. They might test it, but they tend to test 2 or 3 builds a year. The King Tiger one's a bit of a new one, really, because that was one that was tested in Germany at the same time. So I've never known them to test it in 2 countries at the same time. But yeah, I think they, by the looks of it, it looks very much like the Agora tank. But then that version they've got there, the Leopard, was based on one done by the Agostini, and they've obviously added a lot of stuff to it. So Lost Eye maybe another 6 months before release. It's normally 12 months. So this time last year was when they tested the Eddie Stobart truck. It's normally about 12 months between test and full run, if it gets a full run. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to come out. I think I've mentioned this before. The Route Master from test to full run was 18 months. It was a very long time. But the Spitfire was only 6 months from test to full release. So it could be 6 months, or it could be 18. The normal period is normally 12 months. It's normally a year from test run to full release. That's the normal time frame. But yeah, the Route Master is one of the sort of anomalies, which took 18 months. So is the Spitfire, which only took 6. But yeah, normally it's a 12-month period because of production and stuff like that. I also wanted just to point out, just to make sure people are aware, I saw someone say that they picked up issues 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the test run, and they were going to wait until issue 5 comes out to continue the build. You have to get issue 1 again, because they tend to change a lot from the test run to the main run. So that may include parts, length, color, and different screws, stuff like that. So you'd have to pick it up again as well. And also as well, anyone watching that's subscribed, sometimes, and people are well known, people should know this as well from other subscriptions, is that or they subscribed on the test run, but they never got the subscriptions never went over to the main run. That's happened. So yeah, that's happened before as well. So it's always worth resubscribing, even if you subscribe through the test run, because sometimes there's an overlap there. But I think you can check on the dashboard or your account. I think, I'm not entirely sure. But I've never normally subscribed with Hachette. So yeah, there is that. The free gifts look okay. They're nothing special. Like I said, normally free, so they're not special in any way, really. You do get a model truck, a model of one of the Eddie Stobart trucks. I do apologise, my dogs are playing, and they're not they're not quiet because they're only right here. Hang on, I'll see if I can call them over. Come in, Daisy, come. Daisy, sorry about this. Come here, come. Oh, they're picking up all their toys now. But yeah, sorry about. Yeah. So there's lots happening. There's lots coming out. I saw as well some people said that they were having problems with the Leopard tank as well. They were waiting for issue 4. The money had come out, but no one had received any packages, and the instructions hadn't been published online. Yeah. I don't know what's happening there. Once again, I'm not that in with Agora. Wayne would be your main man for asking anything to do with that, because I think he's more in with them. But yeah, nothing has really got me sort of, oh, I need to collect that from Agora yet. Nothing. Which is yeah, I don't know what's happened. So I think Wayne said he was waiting for the Jaguar as well, didn't he? I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's all coming along good. This week I am hopefully putting in an order for some more Robocop issues and Alien build issues to get me up to issue 20 on that, and the Robocop will be up to issue 4, and then I'll get them on the channel as soon as I can. Some more Enterprise I've got to do as well, so there's a fair bit I've still got to do here. I've got some Dodge Charger down here. I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've got about 4. No, I've got about 5 or 6 boxes here of the Dodge Charger. But I'm doing that with Found Home. So what I need you guys to do, or anyone, is just play the videos. So I'm going to be releasing them on a Monday for the issue that comes out on the Wednesday, and then you just, if you guys can watch it, you know, put it on while you're washing up, or put it on while you're doing something, face down, whatever, just so I can get the numbers going. And then if Found Home see that the numbers are there, they may send me some bits. That's what they've told me. So help me out, help you guys out as well, because you know, it means I can have more content to show you guys and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. But yeah, that would be brilliant. But yeah, so back to the Eddie Stobart truck. It's very nice. The only thing I will say about the trailer is that it's got it's a curtain side, but it's plastic. It doesn't look like it's an actual curtain. I love that it's got the brackets on it, but it doesn't have the fabric side, which it really should have, because if it's representing the curtain side trailer, then that should be, and that sort of opens and closes, and you should be able to latch it. That would be really cool. No, nothing is wrong with my Citroen build, as Pack 4 was showing my account for the last week and vanished, and then instructions have gone as well. Well, all strange. Ooh, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Yeah, I think, like I said, I think a lot of people had the money taken on Agora for the Tiger, for the Leopard tank, and yeah, a lot of people were saying that the build instructions weren't even on the site yet. They should have had it by now, and they haven't. It's not even been posted out, and the instructions aren't even online. So they were like, no communication from them whatsoever. So they don't really know what's going on, which is a sort of a little bit unlike them, really. I thought they were sort of right on the game. Wayne said he was that he was still waiting for the Jaguar that should have already come out. I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. But, well, I mean, with the global slowdown and everything, it's all looking a bit dread at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, we're still getting issues at the news agents. So yeah, I think issue 3 is out this week of the Dodge Charger, because they come out every 2 weeks, don't they, until issue 8, and then it's every week. So I think that's near November time. I think they start coming out every week. So yeah, I know my news agent guy, he's got a couple of people going in picking up Dodge Charger, and he said they keep coming in when it's not out and saying, why isn't it out yet? It does say on the on the little booklet that was inside, but I know a lot of people throw them away. But yeah, the Eddie Stobart truck looks really good. I'm concerned though with the engine, because it's all red and it hides, I think, a lot of detail. When you look at the cab tilted and you can see the engine, it looks very red, and there's not a little colour of variations between the pipes. Maybe with the full run coming out, maybe that changes, but yeah, it just seemed, yeah. Hi Neil. Evening. yeah, it's all just, yeah, so yeah, it looks good, the Eddie Stobart truck. It's just not one for me, if you know what I mean. And like I said, it's the size as well. I mean, this thing is going to be a sort of a beast, very much. But I would imagine you could probably display it just with the cab and the trailer somewhere else. But I would imagine that building wise, you probably won't finish the cab. It'll probably be sometime after you've done the trailer. And then there'll be some way of disconnecting it with all the wires and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very interesting. But like I said, I saw a lot of people saying about mods changing the name. Obviously, there's probably going to be a lot of paint mods for it, but yeah, you start sitting there going, "Oh, what could you make?" and stuff like that. I think forklift. I'm sure somewhere on eBay or somewhere like that that they sell a remote control forklift in the same size. Pallets, you could make pallets and goods and all that sort of stuff that would normally be transported in it. Even little documents and stuff like that on the cab window and all that sort of stuff. There's lots of stuff I think you can do with it, modification wise. It'd be interesting to see if someone mods the colour and changes it from an Eddie Stobart truck into maybe a different company, like a lot of people have done with the Routemaster, like Dave Say's done. I mean, they're brilliant, absolutely fantastic what he's done with his Routemasters. I'm just wondering if someone go, I'm going to do that, but change the Eddie Stobart truck into some other company or into a different colour or something. You know, you could even add more lights to the front, couldn't you? There's loads of stuff you could do. Would be nice with a scale forklift and pallets, paperwork, possibly a drive. Yeah, I mean, when you start sitting there thinking about it, it's sort of an endless possibility, isn't it? I mean, because it's the same scale as the Routemaster, I'm thinking you could probably mod or get one of the figurines from the Routemaster build to sit in there. You could have the granny driving it, couldn't you? But I mean, you know, there's you sit there and you kind of think, oh, you could do more, because obviously the back doors open on the trailer, so there's a possibility of doing little pallets and then doing little bits on the pallets and stuff like that. I mean, you could, in theory, probably build an engine and then put it on a little pallet and then have the forklift put it on the back of the truck and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, there's loads. When you start thinking about it, there's lots you can do modification wise. But like I said, I'm more interested in what someone might change it to, and how easy that would probably be with changing the colours on it. Get the schoolboy to drive it. yeah. The football. Or something like that. But they're in the same scale, so there's a possibility there of adding them, even the one standing. The conductor, I mean, that could probably be easily changed with someone holding a clipboard or something like that, couldn't it? I mean, I do believe online they sell figurines in that scale anyway, so you could add more characters, and I'm sure you can get someone there with a clipboard, sort of checking all the stuff and all that. Like I said, it's completely endless when you think about it. What sort of like the mods you can do with the truck. But with me, it's just it's too. I've seen a lot of people actually who said that they were going to build it, and now have said they're not. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've also seen a lot of people now umming and ahhing because of the size of it. Also, as well, display wise, I would imagine the trailer is only a little bit smaller probably than the Routemaster, how tall that is. So, and also getting a display case to fit it in. I mean, it's a mega piece, isn't it? It is fairly big. But yeah, I think it's got some great features on there. It looks good. It's just not for me. But yeah, I know some people will be building it, and I'll be watching the progress as people build it, because I'll be interested to see how big this thing gets eventually, and what parts come with what issues and stuff like that. It'd be really interesting to see. But yeah, the King Tiger tank. Let's get on to the King Tiger. That one came straight out of nowhere, really, didn't it? I didn't even know about it until the photo came out. But yeah, it seems to have the same functions as the Agora one. So it's like a remote control with a camera in it. It's also going to have a figurine for the driver to sit in, or the gunman. So yeah. Any news on RoboCop? Well, it's not coming out over here yet. I can tell you that much. But I'm getting up to. I'm doing an order this week, so that'll be issues 2, 3, and 4 that I'll get here. Along with some more Alien build as well. but as far as I'm aware, there's nothing at the moment for it to be released here. But like I said, if it does get released, it will be through Fan Home. They're the guys that will bring it out. But as far as I'm aware, there's no way it's coming out yet. Normally, the normal transition between all this, as a lot of people here will probably vouch as well, is that when it comes out in France and places like that, it's normally around issue 30 to 40 before we see it released. Over here, the Iron Man is a perfect example of that. Over in France, I think they're on issue 70, nearly 80. And over here, I think we're on issue 30, around that sort of number. So you can sort of see where sort of the variation in that. Yeah. I'm in quarantine now. Right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. You've got to think, this will come out. A lot of people go, I'm going to build that. And then something else comes out and they're like, oh, now I have to decide. You know? Yeah, yes, tough decisions to be made. But like I said, they're the ones that are coming out, they're very big, very, very big. And also as well, it's worth noting that the Eddie Stobart truck is 140 issues. So it's a 3-year build. That's a long time. I mean, people are still now. I mean, the Terminator's been finished now. What, 3 or 4 months now, and people are still building obviously they're still building the Bismarck, and quite far away from finishing it, I believe, as well. I know they're near the end, but they're still far away enough. Hi, Alex. How's everything going? Yeah, so we've just been discussing everything that's coming out. Like the King Tiger, we've got the Gran Torino, obviously Starsky and Hutch, which Mark's mentioned, is out in his area. So yeah, now that's come out, I might see if my newsagent guy can get hold of that. I'm seeing him tomorrow, so I'm going to see if I can get him to get us the Tiger tank and the Gran Torino as well. That way I can have a little look and show you guys what it is. Both of them are not really interested. Like I said, the cars and all that sort of stuff I'm finished with now, sort of displaying wise. The figurines I can get away with. So I think that's the sort of way as well a lot of the companies are going. I think now what they need to do is a Terminator is a Predator. We've got a Terminator, we've got an Alien. We need a Predator now. Of course we do. Hi Burgers, how's it going? Nice to join us. We've been talking Starsky and Hutch, Eddie Stobart, the King Tiger tank, Agora. But yeah, there's a lot happening. You know, we wait months and months and months, and then all this gets dropped at once. It's like, whoa, overload. But it seems to always happen, doesn't it? It does always happen. It seems around this sort of time as well, just when Christmas is creeping up, and they're like, oh, buy these, and you're like, oh, and then you have to decide, don't you, which ones you're going to start building. You have to sort of go, do I build this one or this one? But I suppose in a way it's nice knowing that the Agora is there, because you know when the Eddie Stobart finishes, that will most doubtedly be offered through Agora. And the other one as well, that Eddie Stobart is kind of tempting. Yeah, I've seen, though I mentioned earlier, I've seen a lot of people say that they were going to build it and now they're not. And a lot of people also are and ahhing about space, where they are going to actually put this thing when it's done, because it's huge. But yeah, it's a long build, 140 issues, 3 years. So it's a long old time. It's a long old build. Any word on the Knight Rider? All I know is that it's coming. It is definitely 100% coming out through Fan Home. I was originally told August. When I contacted them, they told me that it's definitely coming. 100%, it's definitely coming out. And they just said it was 100% definitely coming out soon. So I don't know why. Maybe with shipping and stuff like that, they've not been able to get it in their warehouse like the time that they wanted. So I do know it's coming out though, 100%. The Bugatti Veyron. No, I don't know what's happening with that. I know it's out in France, and I think they're up to issue 9 or 10 or something like that. So I'm not too sure what's happening with that one. In other news, I finally made a new video. Yeah, I did. I watched that. It's awesome. The 911. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. But yeah, the Bugatti Veyron. I don't know what's happening with that. It's weird because it's coming out through sort of D'Agostini in France, but it's actually got on the magazine Diecast Club, which is Eaglemoss. So I'm a bit confused because they ship stuff from there anyway. So I don't know where they've partnered with them. It's very strange, but it is on the Diecast Club page. You know, when you go on it and it's got the list of the cars that they do. I think it's actually on that list. Hi, Bobby. I saw Mario test build the metal U-boat. Will that be released here? I do not know about that. I did see that myself as well. I'm not too sure. Like anything could happen. Anything. The King Tiger tank's proof of that because that was released in Germany and actually was test run in Germany. It was actually test run at the same time here in the UK, and I never knew about it. Just because I'd never thought it would come out, and it's not one that I've been following. But Bobby, yeah, I would. It could be any. It could be. It could be. It could not be. It's just one of those things we have to wait and see. It's the part work companies. No idea why. They are just very, very touchy. I don't really know why. They're so sort of why they don't just come out and say, look, we're going to be doing this. Why they have to be so secretive, I don't know. But yeah, they're like that. Is it going to be in Germany? I see some post made where they done what was in issues, and I think they've done up to issue 8. I think they're up to issue 8 or 9 with that in France. I know that because I've seen the magazines and stuff. I was meant to be restarting film this weekend for a Renner, but I'm not feeling it. Supposed to see what happens the week after. Yeah, that happens. Is for Tin Tiger a full build or test build? It is a trial, my friend. Yeah, it is a trial, Alex. Yeah, definitely. Yep. It's on a test run in Germany at the moment. And it's not been a full release anywhere. It's unlike them it's unlike them to do a full release without doing a test run. And it's never been out before, so it's definitely 100% a test run. But it did creep up on us. I think the last issue, like I said, I've mentioned it during the start of the video, the last issue's due out this Wednesday. But if you go into any newsagents and you're on good terms with your newsagents like I am, they will order in what they can. And so I'm going to go to my newsagents tomorrow and see if I can order issues 1, 2, and 3 and 4 of the Tiger, so I can get it here to have a little look at it. And I'm also going to ask about the Starsky and Hutch as well. And if he can get hold of it, the good thing is my newsagent guy rings up WH50 News because that's who he does it through, and he hands me the phone, and I get to talk to him and get to say what's coming in and out. So yeah, thought so. I would do the Robocop when it came out over here. Postage is a bit much from France. Postage ain't too bad, really. It's €11.99, which works out at about 9 or £10, and then it's £10 for delivery, and then it's €1 for each additional issue that you order because it goes on weight and because it's so light. I mean, the last couple that I've ordered, the last bundles that I've ordered. So I ordered with me my Alien build, I normally order about 6 issues, and it comes in like Hachette, they send out stuff in like the black bag, and it's just like a black bin liner bag sort of thing. That's how they send it to you, and it takes 2 days. And I think the postage is actually all right. I think it offsets the price of the issues, if you know what I mean. So when the take the Alien for example, so when it gets released over here, that will probably be about £11. So it'll probably be about £10.99 an issue. After postage and the issues are here, I'm actually probably paying about that for each issue anyway. So it doesn't there's no sort of correlation in that. So it works out okay in the end. And obviously issue 1 of the RoboCop and the Alien build were like 50 cents, which works out something ridiculous like 40p or something like that. It's something ridiculous like that. And then, like I said, then it's €10 for delivery. But like I said, when you add more issues onto that, it's lower. I did speak to Jason from Mr. Fusion, who's building it as well. But he's ordering an issue at a time. And I said it works out better money-wise if you do a bulk order. That's how I do it. But that helps Alex. But it's a good build. It will eventually come out over here. I'm sure the Alien will as well. It's just how long. It's just how long they'll take. I'll have to try and get around my wife so I can build the Eddie Stobart truck. Yeah, that's something I do have really. I'm very very blessed like that, I suppose. My wife's very understanding. She knows, she that's my bit, if you know what I mean. I mean, she likes all the stuff that I build anyway. She builds the part works anyway. She built the Mustang from D'Agostini when they originally done it, and she loved that. She loves the Dodge Charger that we're building. So when I built that, that'll be hers. And she's actually obviously given me permission to put the Enterprise above the TV, and she said it would actually look really nice there, lit up behind the TV, sort of above it. And I'm like, nice. that's what I'm having. So yeah, I'm very good at that. Can variate the postage from France. It's not bad and quite reasonable rates. Quick delivery service. Do you know what? Yeah. I've had stuff turn up from France before, quicker than stuff from the UK. And that's true. That's true. Though I have had stuff come from China, got here quicker than stuff that I've ordered from the UK. So yeah, I don't know how the postage will work or how they post out stuff, but yeah, I've had the quickest that I think the quickest is taken 2 days from France. My last bits that I ordered it a standard post, Jay, and it took 2 days. 2 days to get to me from paying it to being delivered. So they must have stuck a rocket on it, I think. But then I've only waited 3 days from stuff from Hong Kong before. So I've ordered some Hot Toys before, and the day they got posted out, and then it was 3 days and they were at my door. I mean, I've ordered stuff from the UK before. I tell you, this is one thing. So my wife has ordered these gonks. I don't know if you know what they're called. She likes these gonk things. They're like little gnomes. And she ordered one, and they were posted out on Tuesday, and they still haven't turned up. And they're only coming from Essex to Hertfordshire. So that just tells you the variations in it all. But yeah, like you're saying, Jay, it also goes on weight as well. And I think because the parts that we're getting at the moment for the RoboCop and the Alien, it's not that heavy. It's very, very light. But like I remember you saying that you paid quite a bit for the chassis part of the Renault. I remember you saying, because obviously it was big and heavy, wasn't it? So mine's been about 4 days, but you choose to be inbound international mail centres, so yours be quicker. Yeah, when it comes, there's two options there, isn't there? There's the there's like a letter one, and then there's like a bigger post one. But I mean, it automatically switches it when you order something quite big. So I chose last time when I done the RoboCop, I chose letter, and it automatically changed it for me, and it came in a big box because obviously it's on a big cardboard thing. So, but yeah, it's been very quick. I haven't had any issues. I think that was my sort of worry when I first did it, was like, is it all going to be, when you see it, don't you? You see it like, oh, is it going to be okay? Is it going to come like it? Did I fill it out properly? All that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's perfect. It comes in, and I'm really happy with that. I'm still waiting for my issues of Ghostbusters to be delivered. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of people saying that issues are out of stock. I think it was issue 26 or 27 is out of stock, and obviously they won't send anything up before or after that or anything like that. I know they take the money for it, but they don't take any more or something like that. But yeah, I just I don't know what's happening with the Ghostbuster, but it's worth checking out Eagle Moss's customer service page on Facebook. It's updated really well, and they keep information there and that stuff. So I've got on camera batteries from New York in under 30 hours, and clothes the other day from Berlin in around 20 hours, both UPS. Yeah, this is what I can't understand. You're in one country that can't get stuff to you within 7 days after being posted, and then you get the other hand where it's like round the world in 30 hours. It's just it's amazing. My Renault 4 body shell was around £30 delivered, but was delivered by Parcel Force 24 service. Yeah, I mean, it's really good, and it does go on weight, obviously. But like I said, it automatically puts the service for it. So obviously that one was 24, and I think it automatically ships it on the website, which is really good, I suppose. But yeah, because it was on a big cardboard, I'm expecting it as well to become as a big parcel again, because obviously I'm ordering issues 2, 3, and 4, and I think they're on the big cards of Robocop. Obviously, the Alien build is, as you've seen if you've been watching my videos, the boxes have been getting tiny and smaller, and the parts have been getting smaller. That will happen for the Robocop. I'm absolutely certain of that. Just like it is with the Iron Man, because some of the parts that you get with the Iron Man, like a little disc like this, I think one of the issues is just a little plastic disc. That's it. And I think that's what's going to happen with the Robocop. But it is quite good to know that there are only 100 issues. I like builds that are only 100 issues, a year and a bit. But when they're a longer one, like the Terminator was, it really does stretch it out, and you do get all builds suffer from it. I will say is they suffer from the bit where you're halfway in and you're just like the enthusiasm just dwindles a little bit. It comes repetitive, especially with the Terminator with fingers and things like that. It did come very repetitive, and you do get to the point of it, don't you, where you're like, I need a break away from this. But yeah, it's just weird how the delivery services work, isn't it? Like, you could order something from the UK and it takes 7 days to arrive, and it's only coming up the road. Yet you order something from another country and it's here in the next day. Mad. I asked for a replacement sticker for the rear door of my Ecto 1. I received tick wraps to apply. Yeah, a lot. That was Eagle Moss's undoing, I think, on that build, because when they advertised it on the poster, it says you will not need to put a sticker on, and all of that. And then they gave everyone a sticker, and it was just uproar. And I do believe now that they're applying the stickers, they're now wonky. You can't win. You can't win. You cannot win. Yeah, so it's gone from one extreme to the other. So yeah, now they're applying these stickers instead of you having to. But when they're applying them, they're not doing them. They're doing them wonky. What can you say about that? It's just, yeah, they really didn't bite the bullet on that, did they? They missed the heartbeat on that, I think, because it was just to advertise it as having no stickers or tricky decals or anything like that, and then here you go, here's a sticker. Yeah, Yeah, a lot of people were not very happy about that. But yeah, like I said, I think that now that they applying them to the doors, like you said, they've started applying them, but they're now not straight, or they're too far over, or they're wonky. Yeah, they just can't win, can they? They should have digitally printed it on now, and they can do that because they do that with their Star Trek ships. So the registries and the lights and all that sort of stuff that they have on their models of their Star Trek ships are actually, I think they're sort of laser printed or printed on them instead. They used to be hand painted, and now they're sort of lasered on there. I don't know if they're lasered or something. They look digitally printed on. They're not painted. So they could have done that, couldn't they? Instead of using a sticker. There's ways around it, and they just dropped the ball big time. And I need to really get onto my Ecto because I'm up to issue 50, I think. Yeah, I'm up to issue 50. And I've lost the enthusiasm's gone for it, really. I will finish it. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that slipped under. I'm more interested in the RoboCop and the Alien build and the Enterprise, to be completely fair. Yeah, they're the ones that I really want to crack on and keep doing. But yeah, they're coming along really nicely. But yeah, I saw a tummy model of a German tank transporter. It's £130 5 years ago. It was a lot. It was a lot cheaper. Yeah. I mean, I'm very interested in the Tiger 2 tank. I'm not going to build it. But I want to have a look at it because it looks interesting. With with the same functions it has with the Agora one. So it has smoke, sound effects, a camera. So yeah, it's got all the same functions except it's a King Tiger tank, and it's being brought up by Hachette, which means that Agora will do it as well. So yeah, I'm still waiting for issue 3 of the Ecto. Yeah, like I said, it's worth checking out the customer service page because on a Friday they do like a roundup, and they tell you if issues are on track or what's happening. And I think this week they were saying that there was a delay with the DeLorean build, with the issues going out with DeLorean build. And also this month, it's worth noting, I sort of slipped out as well, is I think they're offering the DeLorean this month as a full build. I think it's 1,700, I do believe, for the full build for the DeLorean, and I think they offer it in September. It said September, so sometime this month, Eagle Moss are offering that as a full build. And they have said if that goes well, then they will offer that with their other part works as well. So once the Enterprise finishes, they'll probably offer that as a full build, because I know a lot of people don't like waiting, and they want to have the full build there and then. So they're trialing that, I do believe, with the DeLorean. But I think it's September that it said, September 21, not the 21st of September. September 2001 it said, and they're doing the full build on that, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone picks that up and how many boxes it will come in. That'll be interesting, if it will come in one giant box or lots of little ones. To be fair, they can't send me anything. Yeah, I saw that. It's to do with VAT as well, isn't it? It's to do with VAT. They won't send. Like I said, I know it's a real hard to swallow, but I do believe that they are just making excuses because it costs a bit of money maybe to send it to you, and they just probably haven't got the custom there. So that's why they probably like, well, we're not making money really from that. It's a pain in the ass. Hi, Ian. How is everything? But yeah, that's how I see it, because like you're saying, you pay the custom charges, you pay the VAT, so it can't be them. So the only thing I can think of is that it's down to cost and them sending it to you, and you may be the only one there that builds it. But like if you can get it to do like a reship company, you know, where you get it posted to a company within the country, and then that company passes it on to you. I'm wondering if you can do something like that, because you were building the Eleanor as well, weren't you? Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to have a look at that. I'm going to go and talk to my newsagent guy tomorrow and see if we can get those issues in. So that's the Starsky and Hutch and the King Tiger tank, just to see what they're like. If he can get them in, that is. He should do. He's got them. He's got them in before when they've done them elsewhere. Maybe not enough Eddie Stobarts on the road. They haven't. It's not that. They just haven't got the drivers. They've got enough lorries and trucks and everything else. They just haven't got enough drivers. Yeah, I think they're off. I think the pay now for a lorry driver is. I think some places were offering £60 an hour, and it meant being a lorry driver was 100,000 a year now, instead of, I think it was 20,000 a year or 25,000 a year. Some people were getting. Now it's 100,000 a year. So it's worth doing. I know as well that if you ever want to be a lorry driver and you drive, I know companies now, the government is paying for you to be for you to get your test as a lorry driver. So I think before, to get a license and to go for the test and then and everything like that, I think it was like £300 or £400, probably even more than that. Well, now the government are paying that. So if you want to drive a truck, you go for the test and the government pays it all for you. And then apparently you get a job straight away from passing. So it's like a bit like an intense course. And once you pass, you go straight into a driving job. But the government pay it all for you. I saw an article on it that the driving schools, the lorry test centres and stuff like that, they're doing them for free, or the government's paying, so you don't have to pay to become a lorry driver. So the opportunities are there. I don't know if anyone wants it. Like I said, it's one of those jobs where you're probably away from the family a lot, and you won't get home and all that sort of stuff. So I'm too old for a HGV. Plenty of lorry drivers, but it's not just happens in the last few months. Test over 1,000. Yeah, well, like I said, I saw an article saying that they were waiving the price, and the government was actually paying to do your test. So if you wanted to become a lorry driver, they'll pay for you to do it, and then you go and do a job. And some companies are actually paying. I know with Royal Mail, because obviously working in that, I know that they will send you on the test thing, and then you sign. After you've passed, you have to sign a contract that you will not leave Royal Mail for an X amount of time, and I think it's normally 5 or 6 years. So you have to be with Royal Mail for 4 or 5, 6 years before you leave with the license and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm stuck out to playing poker. LOL. Are you playing poker? Are you right now? But yeah, there's the opportunities there, I think, for lorry drivers. It's just one of those jobs where, years ago, it used to be very popular, but I think now it's not as popular as it used to be. And I think they're just struggling to hold on to people. It's the same here at Royal Mail. With deliveries and people doing the post, they just can't keep hold of the people. It's one of those jobs, I think, where it's hard to keep people working there. I don't really know why. Not now, but no. I know most employers will not employ people over 16. Yeah, it's one of those. It's it's one of those things where everything has happened all at once, isn't it? So, oh, good night, Jason. Thank you for dropping by. Have a good night. John, sorry. Not Jason, John. Sorry, John. Yeah, good night, mate. Have a good time. Money's rubbish, long hours. Yeah, like I said as well, I think they're I saw one company, I think it was some haulage firm. They were offering £56 an hour. But like you're saying, they're long hours. Yeah, you're on the it was good back in the old days because it was like a job and finish. But nowadays you have to take hi John, not Jason. sorry, I do apologise. But it says but I think the money's going up. But the haulage firms have said that if they have to pay more wages, then it means stuff will have to cost more in the shops. So there's going to be like a double whammy, if you know what I mean, coming down the line. Blackpool Transport have had to reduce all their services from today, as drivers are dropping like flies and shortages of drivers. Yeah, no one wants to try driving. So I tried telling DWP job coach about it, but he would not listen. Yeah, they are offering. I know that for a fact. They are offering free HGV driving license and stuff like that. But yeah. So if you can get a sleeper cab, they are well equipped. I mean, I've seen some of the sleeper cabs because actually Royal Mail they don't use them now, but they used 2 years ago. They used to have sleeper cabs, and some of them are really, really fancy, like a double bed, satellite TV, fridge, microwave. It's all in there. They have a little fridge at the outside bit. It's all got mod cons and everything. Yeah. But it's the long hours, isn't it? And it's being away from everyone as well. And I know some of the drivers complain that they have to the cutting off time and having to stop after certain hours, and you having to have a rest and all of that. They don't like doing that. I know that for a fact. But yeah, it doesn't help as well with companies like mine sending a truck, like a big 100 or something like that. So that's the 17-ton one, 600s we call them, to pick up a bag of mail. And yes, that actually happens. So my company, Royal Mail, they send a truck from our depot to another depot to pick up one bag of mail from another centre, and they use a 600 for that. Don't know why. No one knows why, but it happens. And it comes back, and yeah, it leaves empty and comes back virtually empty. What a waste. But yeah, a lot of people complain about that. But yeah, anyway, we're coming up for the time. So just from me to say thank you very much for all joining in and having a chat and everything else. And I hope to see you guys next week. I'll be back on the card. I know they have a truck card that records how many hours you've been doing. Yeah, tachograph it used to be, yeah, in the dashboard. They're the old-fashioned ones. I think it's done electrical now. But yeah, you used to have to take like the dash bit off and then put like a little card, tachograph. Yeah. Night, Ian. Oh, night shift. Lorry drivers nationwide company, 11.25 an hour. Good night. Yeah. So I'm off now. Thank you. Like I said, thank you all for joining in and talking and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm going to go and talk to my newsagent guy. I'm going to see if I can get the Tiger tank and the Starsky and Hutch, at least the first issue, just so I can get them here so I can have a look and you guys can have a look as well. I think it's the 20. I think it's this week, isn't it? The Eddie Stobart truck comes out on Wednesday, so that'll be another one as well. But anyway, thank you all for looking and joining in with the conversation. I've absolutely loved it tonight. It's been a great stream. But have a good night, everyone. stay safe and